I recently moved into an older home built in the 1970s. It had its charm, with creaky wooden floors and vintage wallpaper that whispered stories of the past. Little did I know that those stories were about to become terrifyingly real. It was a quiet evening, and I was sitting alone in the living room, absorbed in a book. The room had an eerie stillness to it, punctuated only by the occasional creak of the floorboards. Suddenly, I heard a faint scratching sound coming from upstairs. I dismissed it as the wind playing tricks on my mind. As I continued reading, the scratching grew louder, more persistent. Unease began to creep over me, making it impossible to focus on the words before me. With a sigh, I closed the book and decided to investigate the source of the noise. I climbed the creaking staircase, each step echoing through the empty house. The scratching sound became clearer as I reached the top floor. It seemed to be coming from one of the bedrooms. My heart raced as I pushed open the door, revealing a dimly lit room shrouded in shadows. There, in the corner, I saw it. A small wooden cabinet, its surface weathered and cracked. The scratching sound seemed to emanate from within. I approached cautiously, my hand trembling as I reached out to open the cabinet. The moment I touched the handle, the scratching ceased, and an icy gust of wind rushed past me. Startled, I recoiled, but curiosity overcame my fear. I slowly pulled the cabinet doors open, revealing a hidden compartment inside. Inside the compartment, I found an old journal, its pages yellowed with age. As I flicked through the entries, my eyes widened in horror. The journal belonged to a previous owner, a troubled soul who had experienced a series of inexplicable events in the house. The entries detailed encounters with shadowy figures, eerie whispers in the dead of night, and the feeling of being constantly watched. The author had grown increasingly paranoid and terrified, eventually fleeing the house, leaving the journal behind as a warning to others. Suddenly, a chilling breeze swept through the room, extinguishing the light bulb overhead. Darkness enveloped me, and a sense of malevolence filled the air. I fumbled for my phone, desperately searching for its flashlight function. As the light flickered on, I saw them. Silhouettes of shadowy figures circling me, their eyes gleaming with a sinister glow. They whispered in a language I couldn't understand, their voices filled with malice. Panic gripped me as I realized the house was not empty. It was home to something supernatural, something evil. In a desperate attempt to escape, I ran towards the staircase. But with each step, the figures drew closer, their whispers growing louder, their presence suffocating. I could feel their icy breath on the back of my neck as I descended into the darkness. As I reached the door, my heart pounding in my chest, I mustered every ounce of strength to wrench it open. To my immense relief, the door swung wide, revealing the outside world. The haunted house relinquished its grip on me, and I stumbled out into the fresh air, gasping for breath. I walked away from that old home, grateful to have escaped its clutches. The echoes of the past faded into the distance as I left the horrors behind. Though the experience had shaken me to the core, I vowed to move forward, cherishing the newfound freedom and appreciating the simple joys of life. But even now, as I recount my harrowing tale, I can't help but wonder if the house still stands, waiting patiently for its next victim. Perhaps its dark secrets will remain hidden, or perhaps someone else will unknowingly step into the clutches of its haunting embrace. So, dear reader, be wary of the older homes that carry the weight of forgotten stories. For within their walls, the past and the present collide, and the line between reality and nightmare blurs. May you tread carefully, and may your nights be free from the whispers that haunted mine.